which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
How much it would cost to redo that? Like that.
Oh, I'm aware. It's just like, hey, we see the bricks.
We need to approve the minutes from March 21st, 2026 council meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
I'm sorry, I was delayed. I approve.
Getting their phones.
What are you gonna do? You tell them they have some time that they can use them.
I have. There you go.
Okay. I got a sorority report for somewhere. Jared?
Let's see. Everything's going smoothly, water department, streets commissioner, we're still waiting. I got a hold of Tim Hill. He was supposed to meet this week, but something must have come up, so I'm gonna call him again tomorrow and see about meeting. He's gonna walk us through why we need a new pump that might be starting to go on our wells. Cause it was a rough estimate, I think, I don't have it in front of me, it was around $39,000 to replace the pump. So I wanted him to walk me through what's the difference between this one and the other one. Were they bought at the same time, or the same models, why would one be in the process of why the cleaning process is so much? So before I present that to you, but talk to Gary, wait until I get with him, hopefully before next meeting, to make a decision or bring you guys something on a well. So, okay. I know it's something Justin wants to address because it got brought to his attention. I told him that it's still working, so I don't feel like there's an alarm at the moment, like rush into something. So I'd like to get more data on why this cost and explore things, even though we do a lot of business that most people do fearless. So. Vince is doing a good job. He's going around getting some tree limbs, any storm damage, checking on storm drains. We'll probably be doing some curb and street painting here soon to make some that are not quite right, fix them, and then refresh some of the white lines in some areas. So. Wastewater, everything's looking good. I sent a response to IDEM for what's going on with egg life. Levi CC'd you in our response, but you didn't, or you didn't see it, and apparently my copies aren't going out for emails, so I'll have to address that. So, I'm pretty sure I sent it, but if not, I'll make sure I have it sent tonight, so you at least see it, know what's going on. They provided us with a response. I provided that response along with our initial one back to IDEM, along with what we feel that the response was, what we're going to do for it, and how would they like us to proceed with giving it what they responded to us.
Did you see everyone?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
I thought so, so I'll double check.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Yeah. I'll double check, make sure that. Police stuff is pretty normal right now. We did a bunch of ordinances in the last 5 or 6 days. A lot of warnings, no tickets or anything like that. Common stuff for the beginning of the year. Yards, spring cleanup. We do have spring cleanup for the dumpster this weekend. As a reminder, we have the do's and don'ts, what is or isn't allowed. So if anybody has questions in the public, what they can or can't bring up to the dumpster will be in our wastewater plant Saturday from 8 to noon, I believe. So I'll be out there monitoring it. So if anybody has any questions, get with me. A couple things. I got some phone calls on this. We discussed this about the cooperating with the Department of Homeland Security, Labor Agency, and ICE benefits and monetarily and stuff like that. But just to be clear and transparent, because that's what I like to be, so there's no misunderstanding. I provided you with just a quick brochure of what the program is, and a couple bullet points on that. I think this isn't a political thing for me. This is a business, and this is a policing thing, and we work with federal agencies throughout my career hand in hand. What this means is we're going to be able to access additional federal information during our investigations. When we come across one, we're going to be able to help verify, identify background when someone's already lawfully stopped or arrested. And we coordinate with federal authorities on serious violent criminal cases. We are not conducting immigration sweeps. We are not stopping people based on their race, language, or appearance. We are not asking victims or witnesses about immigration status, and we are not hunting down individuals. This is only going through the course of our duties. So if I stop someone and they're wanted for murder, that's extreme, and they're here and we don't know their status or their name, then we are able to put that cap on. Now I have access to federal, licensing equipment, stuff like that, and access to their background and stuff, and I can start a process on detaining them, make sure that they're not a flight risk or a community risk. We can't go on private property, schools, businesses, residents without first warrant. We don't do that. Basically, I stop someone, or someone stops someone and they have a criminal case, and then we end up needing to know who they are. What I've learned through my training, because we've been approved by the Department of Homeland Security to be a part of this, what I've learned is I'm actually getting more information about how, if someone has an issue with their immigration status, whether they're a national, a U.S. citizen by birth, an illegal immigrant, or an alien, we actually have the paperwork to help file for them to maintain residency and give them the proper information. We are not Border Patrol. I think there's a big misunderstanding what this is. And this is a temporary 2-year thing, and it's very limited when we would use it. It is handy to be able to. I got asked once this weekend to be able to use it to assist the agency. I told them no. They said we're not done with our training, and we're still going through how this is going to work. I've already talked to our attorney about it. They've turned the loop, and we're in control of this. So at any time, we could leave the program and say we're done with it. And if we're not comfortable with something, we don't have to do it. So one of the things I will do to help transparency and keep you guys present, I think we'll provide quarterly reports based on stats, or we could do it more often than that. I just don't think we're gonna have that many encounters. But we can do that, that way you guys can all keep the community privately. What are they doing? We're not going to find people. That is not what this is. So most people are here around here in this community are here legally, but we do come across people in traffic stops and criminal cases. For one, we can't identify them. And then this gives us an ability to help start that process. So and what happens when we do that is we actually just communicate with an ICE agent who supervises the process for us. We're just locally here to be able to supplement them more initially. So there's been examples where there's been an inmate that's committed a serious violent crime, got put in jail, was here illegally, documentation wasn't the greatest, was able to get out of jail, and they absconded out of the country immediately. Now there's no justice to the family, they're gone in the wind, where a detainer could have been placed on an individual like that, and identity and stuff could have been gone through, so they go through a process to be able to not avoid that prosecution. So, things like that. Any questions, please feel free to ask.
I got one quick one. When you first brought that up, you said you had access to some funds.
Yeah, so the one nice thing about this program is they offer up to $100,000 to agencies for purchase of a vehicle for participating in this, which is always nice to be able to get, government funding for vehicles. So that would take strain off the local community on our budget stuff for a vehicle that might go to pay something. And then up to $7,500 per officer for training and equipment for being a target. Right now, the only people involved in the program would be myself and JR. Because we're the full-time officers here, and we're the ones that be coming across any criminal investigations and follow on. So, gonna keep it limited. Again, we work for you, so I do want to be transparent. I know it's a hot topic for some concern, so I have no problem providing monthly reports or whatever to show any kind of encounters we have or stats. That way you can look at something, instead of hearing rumors and innuendos going through town, you can go say, oh, this is actual facts being done with. Again, I'm not using training yet. It's extensive. That's why I said I've learned a lot about statuses and filing forms for people, and it's more about just making sure they have the right paperwork filed and identifying. It's not about kicking them out. It's about, hey, this is the process. Here's this form. Here's how you do this. And now, you have a residency. Yep. You have a job here. Yep. Okay. So.
Is this something that the people that are here illegal can come to you and you help them with the paperwork without?
Absolutely. They want to come up and say, how do I process if I wanted to get, either US citizenship. There's even stuff for people that wanna come here and seek asylum, because they're fearful, I've seen that before. I'm not gonna give you the example because it's private, but I know that we had one in our community that was here on asylum. That talked to me regularly, so now I actually have information to be able to help to the federal system and give guidance. I just had someone talk to me the other day about a case that they're like, I wish I could share more of the details of it, like I gotta be careful, but it was like, when I did the training, let me call some people, maybe I'd be able to help fix that, or like resolve that for you, and it's not us, but it's inside the county, it's 3 agencies.
Okay,
So that's what we're doing, we're not the only ones doing it, there's other agencies around us that are participating in it. So you can see every agency in the state of Indiana involved on that website. And they do have quarterly reports on every Indiana agency on there to show what they're doing, and you're gonna see there's not too much, but there's some. So, any questions other than that? Thank you, Ben. We good with that for now?
yep,
Okay. Okay,
If quarterly, it'd be fine.
okay,
It'd be interesting to know, just to know, but
yeah. We'll see what happens, training's a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna be. It's fun, let me tell you.
I guess plan on doing it quarterly, and
Okay.
if there's something in between that,
I might bring it up sooner,
just,
to see it, maybe it's like a first time instance, to be able to show you, hey, this is an example of when we were able to benefit from being part of the program.
have you had an instance where it would have been helpful in the
Yes.
past?
Recently, I would have, I think, that I felt was a human trafficking incident.
Yeah.
But there's only so far, so much we can do with the state level, so. Do we wanna discuss the quotes for the construction? I guess, are we done? We need to discuss this anymore, are we done? On the ice thing? I forgot to mention this on the, I didn't know if we wanted to mention this, the construction bids, is there a spot for it?
Probably do business.
I'll wait till then to do it. That's all I got for now.
how's the drain on the west end of North Street coming, or have you found out anything on it?
That one we didn't have any issues with, so we took so much time on the other two, but on Lee Street, I think we solved the problem because it's off grade. From about Pal's house all the way west, it's actually a foot down the wrong direction. So it was back feeding any water in that system into their front yard and just puddling up. So we've capped that drain for now, and I've seen that yard drier than it's been. But you'd have to chew up that road and everything to regrade it the right way, and we just, Neil Douglas thought it was easier just to cap it for now and see how it went, because you were finding water and it was becoming a retaining pond section, so. And then we had some pretty plugged up stuff there by Pat Powell's house on Lee that was bad. Once we sucked that out, it started moving better, but it took so much time. And then Vince had told us about the one by Roots here on Johnson Street, and so we worked on that one.
So next time he comes in, we're gonna check the drain at the end of North Street.
Yeah, we keep monitoring, and I'm starting to keep a list of what we are taking care of, so that and there's still one we still need to address over off of the end of North Street, over behind, Foster's. There's a manhole cover there, but I think there's a bunch of roots, it's gonna be our problem, but it's this reason we keep having to suck out there at Homer and North Street is because it goes out to the tile going out in the field, there's a manhole cover's been put in there. But when the AccuDig looked into it, there was just tons of tree roots and everything into it, so we're gonna have to address that sooner than later.
Okay. And we're still good going June for alleys?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then eventually, once I can see, I think Cameron might have seen it, Justin's got some quotes from a couple different places for a tractor with bucket loader and backhoe, just to see, and then I've been exploring with Carrie some like long-term financial options if we wanted to get one and what it would look like, and I found, kind of applied initially to the state one, I found through a bank bond, bond bank, yeah, through the state, they have a program, so I went ahead and shot off with her an application to them to just see, and it just closed, I think, this morning or yesterday, so we'll see back if we would even be applicable to use that program, but it's through the state, and I think Tree brought it up with you.
Yeah.
So that'd be one way to finance something like that long term.
You find anything with that Kubota deal that?
Yeah, I found out we can't apply for it.
Okay.
I wanted to do it, but then it was only, you had to be a 501c only. You had to be a nonprofit.
It was a nonprofit for the last couple of years.
Yeah, so it's a great program.
Yeah, okay.
It would, at first I started, I was like, oh, this would be great, and then I was like, oh, yeah, go apply for this.
I didn't know nothing about it, so I'll just give it to you, you know more than that.
Yeah, so, hey, anybody sees those things, we're happy to take them and look at them, so.
Anything else with the police beside the ice?
Just on my truck.
How's that? Obviously it's not.
Wyatt, I was told, kind of back channel that they're trying to just replace the whole engine.
And I understand from JR that his truck is back making noise again.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're, I mean, their warranty at some point, I mean, even they don't wanna keep dealing with it on there, and at some point, it's gonna come to a head. They've been super nice with it the whole time, but I think they're trying to replace this engine just to be done with it, but,
Yeah, but if super nice is fine, but if it's not fixing the problem.
yeah, I mean, I've been on it for almost 4 weeks
Yeah,
now,
I was gonna say.
so.
I saw you in the other car yesterday, I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah. It's different with Kilo, because I don't have the same kind of setup for him in the back, so he's doing okay with it though.
Do we have anything for the park board?
I do not have anything at this point.
Did not have a meeting?
We had that before the last one, I thought.
No, it was after.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what we discussed then was, it was just, me, Lori, Kim Hensler, were the only ones that attended that, but we just kind of went over some stuff and talked about the pickleball court a little bit, just where we would like to see it, and we talked about things like where to obtain equipment, or cleaning supplies and stuff like that, or resupply stuff like that, because the value's close, but Carrie pointed them in the right direction, I think. Yeah.
Did Vince get the benches fixed?
So one park bench, I saw Bob Zussman was working on the other day, fixing the legs that were broken on the park bench, or I'm sorry, not the park bench, the picnic table.
Okay,
That was being fixed, and then there was, Bob came, we lended him some tape, didn't we? Because they poured concrete for Darwin's bench. Yes, so Darwin's bench has been, like, the concrete's been laid and dried out. And they were working on trying to figure out the slats and everything for that bench.
okay. Anything else?
Where were they wanting to put the pickleball court at?
They were talking about putting it on, where the volleyball court is, and I was kind of suggesting, my suggestion was, why don't we just put it where, like, we're not gonna do horseshoes, why don't we put it there, and that way we don't lose our volleyball court if we need it. But there's no set thing yet, because we still gotta figure out, I brought up bringing up a fundraiser if they wanna have it, but first putting out a survey to the community to see the level of interest, because the more people that put in, maybe we can grab those people and say, hey, would you be willing, if you want this to help, buy a fundraiser or put something together to help for the funds for the park. It's not cheap, it's kind of where you're eating it all up, so, you know, those things it is. So,
Okay. Steve?
Don't have a whole lot. May 17th to the 22nd is National EMS Week. We are taking the ambulance up to grade school for the kids to go through and answer any questions.
Do you need donuts that week or something? Is that why you're bringing it up?
You what?
Do you want donuts that week? Do you want us to provide donuts that week for you guys?
Is it on vacation?
Probably.
Not that I know of.
You were
Can't-
invited.
Kenny? Ken's not here. Jacob? Oh,
That's later on.
yeah. Did Jacob have anything for you, Gary?
He said he couldn't come tonight because he already has meetings on Wednesdays. But
Right.
if he needs something to let us know.
Okay. Carrie,
I have the APD register that I sent you guys for approval.
do I have a motion to,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Sandy's not here.
Talk a little bit about
Okay,
that. Sandy Miller's in the process of trying to retire from RWCDC, so we're kind of like looking for an executive director. We are not having very much luck with that. So if you know anybody that wants to be an executive director, basically just does the flyers and does attend meetings and gives reports back. Just let us know.
Janet?
They're going over the budgeting right now, getting ready to, not real sure what's gonna happen at the end of the year for Head Start programs and stuff, because there's some cuts coming. So we're trying to work on that, and there's some more people that are gonna have, that are being interviewed for the school.
Mike?
We meet next week, but our annual meeting is May 21st, I believe, at Indiana Beach.
Yeah, 5:30 to 7:30.
Are you going?
Yes.
Good, we should go, it's fun.
Area plan, I've had a meeting, I think I discussed it for the last meeting. Jenny Lynn or Brianna will be here at our next board meeting to present an ordinance for renewable energy. That's all I got. Michelle, 4th July?
Summer Festival's July 3rd and 4th this year. Hog Roast Friday night along with Corey Cox music. New this year is Friday night is a golf cart parade and decorating contest. And then Saturday all day event starts with 5K, ends with fireworks. Live bands are the Mulder Brothers, the Skids, and Cowboy Show. And then watch Facebook for more detail.
Are they doing a flag raising ceremony this year?
They've had trouble getting anyone to come in and do it, I know, in the past.
I talked to,
Boy Scouts used to,
I don't
and
think there's a Boy Scout.
okay.
But I talked to Craig Oberlin and I thought it'd be nice if we could do it since it's 250th year.
Right.
So, and also, the Wolcott House, Hanson Wolcott Historical Society for the Ronald G. Wolcott or the, what are they called?
Hanson Pulpit Memorial.
Yeah, we nominated the, like the honor guard, the gentlemen that carry the flags and do all that. So we thought that was appropriate, that this year they should be the, what's the word?
Roger Wolcott
Fellows,
Memorial.
or the, goes, huh?
What? What are you looking for?
They're the,
Grand Marshal?
yeah.
Grand Marshal.
That's spot on. So I talked to Mark Young too, and I don't know if they'll still do the flags, right? They'll still carry the flags in the parade. And then I think that we're still gonna try to provide a car so that some of you that don't wanna walk can sit in the car and be the grand marshals that way too.
That's news, I don't know nothing about it.
I do.
That's why I came to the meeting.
There you go. So congratulations, Grand Marshal.
Patty?
Just to update the town what Main Street is doing. We had our townwide garage sale last weekend. Thank you, Janet. And I think it was a success, at least it was on my end. And then we're hosting the Wolcott House patio garden party. And if the weather permits, it's gonna be on the patio. If not, we'll be back inside. We still have tickets available. They're $15 a piece. It's May 16th, 1 to 3, and we furnished a dinner and a demonstration put on by Bellstrom's this year. And then Main Street has decided to do a benefit for the town on behalf of needing money for the town sirens. So we have the community building It's going to be, free of charge, June 16th, and it's free, will, and we haven't really come up with the total particulars on our meal or anything, but we just wanna help raise the money for the sirens for the town.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Main Street did, pay for the cement to be put down for Darwin's bench that we. The bench should be. They're working on it this week. Okay, they're working on it this week.
In the park?
Yeah.
It's on the north loop.
Section where there's no benches at all, so we put one side bench there, and then, Miller Families, they got the tree behind it, so.
Okay.
Was that it?
Not a walnut tree, I hope.
It's a
With,
maple. For the family.
Okay,
So we might be asking for some help when it comes to that whole benefit. Once we get.
just keep us posted on it.
Okay.
And I guess as a reminder to all of us that are here, and Steve and I are just as guilty as anybody, golf carts are not allowed on the park, path. Yeah, I did not know it either. It was brought to my attention. So I'm as guilty as any of you. So keep it in mind. What?
Shame on
you know, I used to have.
Good job with the grass.
You can, yeah, it just says it's not allowed on the trail, or.
you.
So
We're gonna pave another trail right beside it.
it, believe it or not, it is posted on the sign up there.
I consider like a
Yeah.
sidewalk.
So. Jared is the one that brought it to my attention. Okay, for the sorority, I have a letter from Deb Holder. She says we will be planting flowers in about 2 weeks and hope to have them all done by Memorial Day. I know it's going to probably depend on the weather. The Tri-County fifth graders enjoyed the annual trip to Indianapolis Sympathy, sponsored by the Wolcott and Remington sorority chapters. And they are planning to make a donation to the Wolcott Library for the summer reading. The alleys we've talked about, the warning siren, annexed of Wolcott.
I sent Jacob an email with all the businesses a week or so ago, and I haven't heard anything from him.
I have somewhere paper from Jacob with the price of the lawyer.
Oh,
That I ain't coming up with.
your email came through, Jared.
Good.
I'd like one at least.
Anyway, Carrie, do you have a copy of his letter? Or his,
You send it to all of us, or just?
I couldn't tell you.
I didn't
get it.
And no, he didn't send it to all everybody.
I don't know, Dan.
I didn't do it before.
Well, could have sent it just.
I do not have it. Yeah, will you please print it again? Can you?
Wasn't cheap.
No, it was not cheap.
Is that for the lawyer to draw up the paperwork for it?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you get a copy? It was quite expensive. But we need to be able to read it and have an approval from the council before we can
Yeah, move on to something else, come back.
Yeah.
Is there a estimate or a idea what, I mean, as far as return on, horrible to say, the return on investment, like, it's gonna cost us a lot in lawyer fees, but are we gonna make that back with our, is it, we're getting taxes for these businesses, is that
Yes.
basically, I mean, is it gonna pay for itself?
If we had a tip district, it might.
Right.
How far do the statistics from this way?
We don't have
I
one.
just-
We don't have one,
He's over there sending them out.
Is it?
I think we already
Are you
approved
just now?
to do one, we just had to follow through with the attorney from Calmer.
Rebecca,
Yes, didn't follow through with her.
we probably need to reconfirm or have a board, like, appointed board.
Yeah.
So she'll be part of it, but the first
I know this-
definitely,
here it is, Carrie.
Pam was on it. So-
Gary, she found it.
maybe.
So did Carrie. Betty, who found it.
We met with her. One week.
Sorry.
Me, just one. Okay. Okay, it's fine.
Well, anyway, to carry forward with this, his fees is a matter will be primary based on the hourly actual work by each lawyer and legal assistants involved in the matter. These fees will be computed using hourly billing rates for lawyers or legal assistants and the type of work involved that are affected at the time you are billed for the work. And it goes on to state their hourly rate is $580. Nick, Kyle, and Hunt Reynolds will also be working on the matter. Nick's hourly rate is $885, and Hunt's hourly rate is $345.
Did they say approximately how long it would take?
No, they did not. So it's a lot of money. And they've got to also check to make sure there's no conflict of interest because they are doing something with Egg Lake right now.
They are representing them with the wastewater permitting and compliance matters.
Okay. So it shouldn't matter with the annex.
So did Jacob tell us that when you annex, it has to be like a whole approval? So you can do all this and spend all this money and then somebody will say, I don't want that annex. And
The
then
law has
that's null and
changed a
void.
little bit from the
Okay.
last time, but yes, it's, someone have to have everyone on the agreement to do it. But if we get the ball rolling on this,
Mhm.
it could slow down other issues.
But, and that's another issue, we're having conflict of interest.
I mean,
West of town,
yeah, but it would slow that down, process down, because the land hasn't transferred.
but
yet.
aren't they representing Egg Life, wouldn't that be part of it?
No, so they said since it's on a separate issue, that should not be.
Oh, okay,
Should not be a problem.
should not be, I like that.
We do not believe our relationship or representation of Egg Life in the unrelated matters will adversely affect the relationship.
Suppose
In
the
this
$800 an hour, y'all don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I guess our choices is, one, we do not worry about annex and just keep it as it is. Or two, we have a go ahead and have them do it. Or we can have Jacob do it, and it may take twice as long with Jacob doing it, because he's never done it. He said he'd do it, but it would not, probably wouldn't be as quick. It could take 3 months, it could take 12 months. Because he doesn't know all the ins and outs.
The annexation, help with keeping the gas.
Yes.
It could.
Because it would give us,
I know, but
so what the county had said is we don't really have any control because it's not in our corporation. So if it was in our corporation, then that pushes it.
So how do we get that part in?
That's what we gotta figure out. That's what
Yes.
this is for.
I wonder what would happen if we sat down and talked to Egg Life and see what all they knew. And, I mean, if they're representing Egg Life on it.
It's just on their sewer and that.
Right, but I mean, you know, they're trying to take the water.
You know,
Janelle?
So several years ago, there was a lady,
Speak up so we can all hear.
several years ago, there was a lawyer, female lawyer who was here talking about annexation and she was willing to do it for us. Do you remember who that was?
no.
Kind of, sort of, I'm white-haired lady.
Yeah,
A lot
well,
of
it doesn't
packets,
sound like
yeah.
she was gonna be all that expensive.
I can talk to, Brandy Strasser knows her. I can get that information.
Then that might not help us.
No.
Well, maybe.
But what I'm getting at is if she's in connections with him, she may drag her feet to her.
Yes, I
So
agree. with
everything
that.
will go through.
So, for the big question I have is, do we have the money? Or is this something that we need to maybe postpone until next year when we can add it into the budget?
So he's giving you his hourly rate, but not a quote as to,
Well, it
like, the
comes
total
up
cost.
on, it comes up on $40,000, we're gonna get $40,000.
Right, like, their hourly rate is a lot, but looking at it. I don't.
What if we ask them that? What are the,
Are
Yeah,
they
they
willing
won't
to
know.
give us like a quote on how many hours they think it will take?
a rough idea?
Yeah, I mean, 4,000, 40,000.
Then I can tell you a better answer.
Yeah.
Because obviously they've litigated it before, so they should have an idea.
Right.
I would think they would have an idea what it would take.
Or even Jake would know that.
All right. So we'll just table this for right now and,
Make contact with them.
With
Can
them
we,
Or with Jacob and say, these
Yeah.
are our questions, what, cause he said if anything came up tonight that we had questions on, let him know, so.
I would say let's ask those questions. And again, another question for my, just because I don't know. What is, like I said, what other benefit will the town have from, we're gonna have income from taxes,
We'll
right?
get tax income, a lot more
Right.
tax income.
You know, is it
And
an
then you can turn
initial
around,
investment that will pay off, you know, in 5 years, we're gonna get that money
and then you
back.
can turn around and tip it, or if it does develop.
So we
then
don't
you
just
get-
close our minds to the cost of it, but yes, we have to take the cost into account, but
Right,
hey, it's gonna cost us 20,000 now, but you know, in 5 years,
we can have it back.
yeah.
right,
So it's, definitely don't shut the conversation off, let's ask if they have an idea, if it's, you know, 5 hours, cause they can have the paralegal, the guy that's $300 an hour, do a lot of the legwork. I mean, you're not paying 1,100 an hour for everybody, he's got
No.
one person,
right.
so definitely worth a email to ask.
You think
Please.
they would be able to reference a prior case that
Yeah.
they could use as an example at the same time?
Right.
That's my assumption as well.
Then will you text Jacob and ask him, please,
Yes, I
if
will.
they can give us a rough
Yeah.
estimate? What they're looking, or what they're thinking?
We'll do that.
Community care grant.
It's not awarded till June. or is it?
Right,
What do have you heard anything about for the crossing grant?
right. We have bids. We've only got one bid on doing the restroom. It was advertised as it was supposed to be.
Estimate for taking our floor there, ADA compliant.
Or is it?
That is something.
So this estimate was part of the grant that he wrote, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we're looking at doing anything about that. We know we get the grant.
Have we had prior issues of ADA non-compliance, or are we just trying to proactively do it?
Proactively being ahead of it before we have an issue.
Okay.
Lawsuit or
I didn't know if we had had problems or if there was a squeaky wheel or a.
Well, if I tell us we have kids, then
Right.
it'll probably end up
I
costing us
mean,
more.
if we're required to do it, we need to get it done. I was sort of questioning if we'd had issues in the past.
So Carrie, does this not need to go to Ken? The,
The quote,
yes,
didn't
Yes.
you already give it to him?
No, because we had to wait on, he wanted to wait until we had accepted the bid, and then we sent it to him, and he adds it to the grant.
Okay.
Once we have to accept the bid.
so we have a,
Yeah, if more than one had been,
Then you could go from all,
this
Yeah.
was the only.
we have a bid of $55,755.38. Now, that does not include the door. Jared, am I
No,
correct?
but that's not terrible, I'll find it from Reed Oliver, I'm trying to find it, it was to put the handicap door button, you can push it to the door, it will automatically open, so if someone in a wheelchair wants to come in, they can do so, and they showed me where they would put it, and they would just put a mechanism on that door, and then a button on the inside so they can open it, and that's the only one we would need, like,
I don't think it was that expensive, was it?
no, it wasn't
I
terrible.
thought it was like 1,000 or.
Yeah, it was low.
Cause
Okay.
we tried to do one for the,
Is there room for somebody to be in a wheelchair and hit a button and the door open towards them?
The way we walk through where you would put it, the button,
It'd be
certain
outside.
spot. And then in here, it has to be on a certain spot, and then that's when you look at your hallway and your width and everything like that, and that's why that was part of this bathroom thing.
Oh,
was
why
It's making a hallway for people to understand all the way through, so we don't have a restroom entrance in here, so everybody can hear everybody do their business. Public meetings. But there will be entries for two independent restrooms for the public in that hallway outside, so if they needed to go in, they would be here, but the hallway's gonna extend into our garage with a closed hallway, so that there would be two entries, and then they're gonna have to redo some of the plumbing here and things because they're not compliant, and that's a little more difficult with this
Like the
foundation.
floor drains are part of code then, or why are we putting floor drains?
You have to have them by code, they said, there's a certified plumber.
That way if you spill something that
Yeah,
goes
so that you
down.
don't have a standing water flow.
That's what a mop's for, isn't it?
are they changing?
I don't make the codes.
I'm just, sorry, I'm applying logic where it couldn't be.
Are they doing the light switches?
Yes, everything. Plumbing, the walls, we talked about painting, we talked about the flooring out here, whether we match the stone that's currently in the hallway, but that probably would get a lot more expensive, so I said, let's do what's the best feasible option that we can get. The plumber's on one side of the house, and then the construction company's on the, and they did a good job breaking it down with what you're seeing for each part of the project.
And how much is or the grant that we're gonna get to use for this is?
100,000.
Okay, so it'll cover
Yeah, we figured this in, and then the life-saving device for the ambulance is part of the grant.
I believe he's got 18.5 for the
Yeah.
Lucas, Lucas device, and he had put a bid in for 70,000 for the bathrooms.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we're under what it was.
Okay.
The grant.
Do we
I
have
couldn't
this
remember the
grant?
total on the grant, so.
We have this grant?
No, we don't know yet.
Fine.
Applied for it, so
Okay.
what we're doing is, we've done the processes of,
This
we're
is
already
what
done,
it for.
ready to go.
Okay.
So do I have a motion to accept Blue Line Construction LLC at $55,755.38?
Is this contingent on getting the grant, I assume?
Yes.
It doesn't-
Contingent, yes.
Okay,
They know that as well, I said, the
Okay.
grant won't award until some points, we won't know until then.
yeah.
I can
June
make the motion.
16th, it's my mind, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so they understand, I said, listen, we'll know then, and then we have, so maybe towards any time during that process after that, we can apply those funds.
Good.
I'll make the motion.
Janet,
Oh, I didn't hear Janet make it, but
Oh,
okay.
Can we
Do I have
add, can we add something about the handicap door to
Yes.
that?
Yes, and the handicap door.
I can't. Everything was something.
Just write it however you need to write it.
Including that, Danny.
Yeah, including the handicap door.
Right.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, we have three ordinance. Ordinance 2026-0506 vacating an alley. That is the alley on Brian Furr's lot on Anderson. Yes,
So, Brian still owes fire department how much? 500? So I would make the motion that we table this until that invoice is paid.
do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Can we legally do that?
Yes, I talked to
Okay.
David on it.
Or 5062?
Yes, ordinance 2026-0506-2 peddler's permit. Eric gave it to us.
Okay, about, why is it even allowed? Records?
They just lower the price, basically, right, for like the food truck.
Yeah,
Food truck.
added the.
we could take a specific food truck section, so there's no argument with you to the federal list, there is a strict.
What about the ice cream truck? Is that considered that?
Yes.
Okay.
Food truck or mobile food vendor ice cream and their services, and they were gonna help.
Right.
Department clearance.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-506-2 peddlers permits.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I did.
Cameron. Ordinance 2026-0506-03, our -3 regarding parking.
One question I had. What is this is gonna sound redundant. The only part that struck out at me was in section 2, parking on grass, dirt, or other unimproved surfaces is prohibited. Why is that prohibited?
It's
It's
prohibited.
prohibited for 1-ton vehicles and more. Because we have a section saying you can park a vehicle in your grassy area for no longer than a 12-hour period, somewhere else in the parking lot.
That's what he's asking about section 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's, read it now. I've got it right here.
What do you, because
I guess why can
I
I
guess
park it on a gravel pad but not on my grass?
grass is for the amended section,
yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not supposed to be parking on grass anywhere,
supposed to permanently park on grass anywhere in the town anyways. In the ordinance, in the parking ordinance.
Oh, okay.
You can't leave a car longer than 12-hour period on your own property in a grassy area. This is identifying a larger vehicle
Right.
that will leave a heavy like a heavy imprint or something. That could,
Right.
like cause unsightly or damage to property or something like that, so.
I guess.
So here, right here, second page, parking in grassy area, no registered or unregistered vehicle shall be parked in grassy area, front or side yard of private property or driveway is not located for more than 12 hours.
So how has that been? I know it hasn't been enforced.
We've
dealt with
some of it.
when we've been playing, we've gone talk to them like, hey, what's going on with this? We try to be lenient, like, you don't wanna handle people, like, they have a certain situation, but it's like, can you help me, how do you wanna move this, or how do you wanna do this? We just removed a vehicle on North Street a couple weeks ago from basically an abandoned car that was sitting in a grassy area. So we were able to use the ordinance, we tried to work, but.
No, and that's fine. I guess I'm just trying to.
It also stops, say, with all this rain, if somebody's parking in the yard and drives in and out and tracks mud all over the highway or these side roads.
We'd have that problem running all over the place.
Yeah,
Do we wanna read this
Yeah, it's probably,
proposed amendment to be
yeah.
out loud so everybody can hear it, so they understand it?
that's all.
If you'd like to do it, Jared, please. You wrote it.
And that's my question too, is, you know, does this have to be anytime we amend or delete a piece out of an ordinance, does it have to be?
That'd be great to have Jake here, because Pam presented some information to me, which I've read before, but there is a little bit of the speculation of how you interpret it. Because if you have, public access to already, like, literature for ordinances like we do, either online or up here, that can be considered public, like, knowledge of amending something, but I get the fact that at least the public would have an opinion and viewpoint towards something if you were going to change something for open public meetings. So again, an attorney really would be helpful here.
Jacob has already answered that question.
Did he?
All we have to do is read the ordinance by title.
Okay, well, there's your answer,
So we just have to read it
By
of
title.
the meeting, so it doesn't have to be an advance notice, it doesn't have to. Okay, I didn't know when certain things had to have, public letters or public, so.
Yeah, 'cause we used to read them all, and then they changed that, didn't they?
If it's like, has to do with a rate or something that you're gonna charge the residents, then it has to be read 3 times.
So is that speaking
Change
of,
the penalty.
this is just a change in an ordinance, so there's no penalty associated with these?
There's penalties associated with it, but we're not changing the penalties. Penalties.
So if you're changing the penalties, it would have to be,
Read 3 times.
I'm just trying to understand for future, that's all.
Yeah, if there is a penalty, if you're being charged a penalty, then yes, it will have to be read out loud 3 times.
Okay.
But since we are not changing penalties, it does not have to be read.
But the original ordinance number was 2007 dash, you remember?
Original was 2007-5.
Yeah, and I thought every time that you made an amendment or something, you had to change that ordinance number, so I had put on the title, 2020, ordinance number 2026-05-06-2, basically, because we had 2 presented.
And I had to change it.
Okay, yeah, because, so that's the month, day, and then how many ordinances were dealt with that day. So it'd be 2026-05-06-3, amendments to the ordinance regulating the parking of vehicles within the corporate limits of the town of Wolcott, specifically section
Section
4, subsection B, which was addressed last meeting, and some concerns with the language of it. This is what I came up with. Now, I'll let you guys decide how you feel about it, but it would now state, subject to be, it shall be unlawful for any commercial vehicle, truck, tractor, trailer, semi-trailer, or any vehicle with a rated capacity greater than 1 ton to be parked within a residential section of the town except under the following conditions. Condition 1, the vehicle is parked on private property with the permission of the property owner or lawful occupant. 2, the vehicle is parked on an improved and maintained surface, including concrete, asphalt, gravel, or other approved hard surface. Parking upon grass, dirt, or other unimproved surface is prohibited at all times. 3, the vehicle shall not obstruct or interfere with sidewalks, public streets, alleys, drainage areas, visibility at intersections or driveways, utility access, traffic control devices, or the safe movement of pedestrians or vehicles. 4, the vehicle shall not create a public nuisance, safety hazard, or violate any other town ordinance or state law. And 5, nothing in this section shall permit the parking or storage of inoperable, abandoned, or unregistered vehicles.
Would you do number 1 again?
Yep, the vehicle is parked on private property with the permission of the property owner or lawful.
Any questions, board?
I think sounds good.
Do I have a motion to approve ordinance 2026-05-06-3?
Make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
What part?
The parking on, it has to be on a hard surface. if I had something I need to park for 12 hours on my, I mean, I get it, you're not rutting up, but it's my yard.
Right.
Right,
I guess I draw a line on where I'm told what I can do.
On your property.
Yeah,
I completely understand what you're saying.
I get it, you know, you don't wanna put
A lot of.
2-ton dump truck. I don't agree with it, so.
A lot of
everything else,
I fight that whole privilege and doing their farm. I completely agree with you. Makes it hard to
yeah,
enforce properly.
everything else makes sense, that part doesn't.
But it goes back to housing courts.
I know.
You have something else I got something?
yeah, I got something. Carrie and I met with, the community development over the ditch, and they have applied for the second chance of getting our ditch funded. There was letters sent in for that, so hopefully, and pictures, and hopefully we'll hear something.
Your name's on?
Yes, my name is on it now, so you don't have to deal with it. So, I have that. Also, I went to a meeting, this last week on White County Emergency Management Agency. The new, multi-hazardous mitigation, plan is up for renew through FEMA for 5 years. We have a workshop coming up in June. And we have another one in July that I will be attending, trying to get some things over in our area that if they need updated, we will get it. Something that I learned at this meeting that is if we didn't go over and present ourselves at this first meeting, we didn't have an opinion in it. And once it's approved all the way through with FEMA and that, then they'll bring it to the council and for it to be adopted. Jared, you got any more on it?
No, we lettered the pictures and everything. Letters. John. Yeah, you got the letter from them, or we drafted that up yet? On safety and concerns for that grant? The storm grant?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I don't have anything else. What do you have?
Since we're going over ordinances, can we add mulberry trees to the noxious weed category?
I would agree to that, but I'm gonna get perspective, it's a tree, not a weed. It's a weed. I think it's a weed.
It's invasive. I mean, Bradford pears are getting banned everywhere now too, so.
That is up to you guys. If it's something you wanna look at.
I mean, there's a lot of mulberry trees that, these houses that are taking over everything and.
Let me see if there's other towns or cities that have an example of something in place like that already, so.
That'd be a good discussion for our tree board.
Probably, yes.
Yes.
But, my point was, we
Yeah.
could enforce it to get them cut out of there.
Just have to amend the ordinance.
Right, but I'm just bringing it now just to see if we can do it.
Do you have a tree tree meeting scheduled?
No, I'm gonna get a hold of, what's the name at the moment, that's helping Monticello and all them. Okay. Cause he's gonna come over and walk us through what we need to do next steps. First step is forming the board, next step is that.
Okay.
It's a long process, but we've started it, which is good.
I also have a card from Chuck Watts for thanking us for his support on his gospel.
Yeah, I would like to thank all the town board members, support they gave me, put on the concert, because you guys did make a big difference to the happening. And, just so you know, I had decent turnout the first time, I think. It could have been a lot better. The money I made as a profit, I broke it down into 2 checks. And I give a donation to the Christian church here and the First Christian Church in Remington, $500 each, to help with the community, whatever they may need. I haven't decided yet if I'm having another one this coming next year. I'm still kicking around. I wanna have it because everyone that I talked to at the concert had good things to say about it. They said it was a very good concert. They were very pleased with the way things went. I had people from on the other side of Kankakee, Illinois, 4 women came over here just for this concert. I had people from Fort Wayne, Rochester, Indiana, Indianapolis. And every one of them come up to me and said they would come back again if you had another one. So I'm happy with what went. If I do decide to have another concert, I might need your help again. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
The only other thing I got is, I have talked to Dawn over recycling. The electric down at the new, place to put the recycling at the end of Market Street has been hooked up, NIPSCO. Now we are waiting on Fred Schrader from the Highway Department to come in. And there are 3, wellheads secured down there that needs to be taken care of, and they will come in and also put more gravel down.
That pipe also needs to be probably redone again because they raised it up and now the water won't flow through. A lot anymore.
So anyway, I have not heard anything back from her for 2 weeks now, so I guess I will give her another call and see where we're at. If not, I will call Fred personally.
Was he get contracted by the county then?
He's
Superintendent.
superintendent over the highway department now. Yes. So I do know he's got several projects going on that he's dealing with. He's dealing with a new battery place north of Reynolds, and also he's doing the solar panel down, around Chalmers that he's dealing with. So
Who is?
Fred Schrader through the highway department. So, anybody else got anything?